We are on the record now.
All right, welcome everybody. This is a public meeting of the Commercial Fisheries Entry Commission. The date is March 26, 2026, and it is 11:01. I am Chair Commissioner and only Commissioner currently, Rick Green. And the Limited Entry Act is what we're talking about today, and what the Limited Entry Act does is limits the number of commercial fisheries permits allowing to operate within a designated fishery in Alaska. Of course, our commission was established in 1973 to administer the act, which is Alaska Statute 16.43.010. And the stated purpose of the act is to promote the conservation and sustained yield management of Alaska fisheries resources. Additionally, the act seeks to uphold the economic health and stability of the commercial fishing industry in Alaska. Again, I am Commissioner Rick Green, and our staff in attendance on this meeting. I have our legal assistant, Jennifer Findlay, in the room. Suzanne Rumfelt, who heads up licensing, our research director, Reed Johnson, our technical guru who keeps us going, and our ID department, Josh Sanders, is present. And thank you all for attending.
Good morning.
The meeting is conducted under the Open Meetings Act, Alaska Statute 44.62.310. We do have this is our first public meeting where we will have to explain a single commissioner scenario, which is described in 16.43.050 or 040, and I will ask legal assistant Jennifer Findlay to explain the single commissioner quorum and all of that according with that regulation. Jennifer?
Yes, sir. So Alaska Statute 16.43.040 refers to the quorum for the Commercial Fisheries Entry Commission, and it states that unless there is a vacancy on the commission, that two members of the commission constitute a quorum. However, since we are down one commissioner due to a vacancy, with Commissioner Haight leaving at the end of his term at the beginning of March, that does allow for a single commissioner quorum until another commissioner is appointed by the governor, which has not happened at this point.
Thank you, Ms. Findlay. All right, so our agenda today, if you've got a copy of that, we're going to do the quick overview of the points for discussion, and those include a fee reduction for the 2026 Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery, otherwise designated as G35E, and the possibility of fee waivers for all 2025 herring permit holders. And we will have discussions on those. Jennifer, are we taking public testimony on this, or?
We are not. We are not. We
yeah.
Did not take public testimony on this at all.
Okay. All right. So our enumerated authorities for the specific action taken at this meeting are the authorities found in 16.43.040. That was the quorum that Jennifer just read. Also 16.43.100A13, which is establish and administer the collection of annual fees. 16.43.160, which discusses fees themselves, and then 20 AAC 05.425 section C, the interim use and open access permits, 20 AAC 05.05.560D, limited entry permits, and 44.62.310, again back to the Open Meetings Act. So our agenda item 1 is the fee reduction for the 2026 Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery. And I will ask our research director, Reed Johnson, to give us a little input on what this is and where we are.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to share my screen here. You guys let me know if you can see this, please.
And just an aside is this, we will add this presentation also to the public notice on the AOPN after the meeting is over. If you can send that to me, Reed, but it will also, of course, be in the meeting recording that will be posted to YouTube once the meeting is over.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Reed Johnson and I am the research section lead here at CFEC. This is a brief presentation that's going to review recent developments in the Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery and present a justification for reducing that permit fee from $600 to $75. Fees are set according to guidelines found in regulation for limited entry fisheries. These fees are based on permit value. The Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery is a limited entry fishery, and this permit has been valued at an estimated $146,000. Permit values are, of course, determined by looking at the most recent transactions available, but no permit has changed hands in this fishery in over 20 years, so that value is outdated. When permit value data are not available, fees are usually based on average gross earnings in the fishery. However, there has not been an active Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery for many years. As a result, the fees in this fishery were waived each year from 1998 through 2024. To be clear, departures from the regulatory fee guidelines are justified when one of two conditions have been met. When more than one permit type may be used in a fishery is the first condition, or the second condition, which is what we are operating under today, is when the strict application of the regulations results in a fee that is not appropriate given the economic return that we estimate for the fishery. In 2025, ADF&G announced an opening for the Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery. As noted earlier, this fishery has been closed since 1998 through 2024. From 1989 through 1998, the fishery experienced a series of problems, beginning with the Exxon Valdez oil spill, followed by a decade of weak age classes and disease. The fishery was ultimately closed in 1998. In 2025, ADF&G announced the guideline harvest level of 121 tons for the gillnet fishery, which isn't very much. In light of that low harvest level, the fee was modified. Applying the statewide average sacro herring price to 121 tons would result in less than $50,000 in total gross earnings. With 24 permits in existence, the average gross earnings per permit holder would be about $2,000 if distributed evenly. Therefore, a $600 fee was not appropriate given the rate of economic return in the fishery. Accordingly, the fee was modified for 2025. Sorry, this keeps auto going forward. No harvest occurred in that year, and as a result, the fee was subsequently waived. So it was modified from $600 to $75, and then when no harvest occurred, that fee, well, that's what's on the docket today, is to waive that fee. There were people who did attempt to participate, 5 of them, but they went out, looked for fish to harvest, and didn't find any biomass of sufficient size. The 2026 guideline harvest level is even lower, with only 81 tons allocated to this fishery. Because only 5 individuals attempted to participate in 2025, we assume that no more than 5 individuals would attempt to participate in 2026. If the 81-ton guideline harvest level were split evenly among 5 participants, the predicted average gross earnings would be about $5,400 per participant. Therefore, a $600 fee would not be appropriate given the expected economic return to the participants. Research therefore recommends modifying the fee from $600 to $75. Any questions?
I have no questions, and with that, I guess I will make a motion to adopt the recommended reduction of the fee for the 2026 permit number G34E from $600 down to $75. And I think in any discussion I will add in that is that the economics, this is a very, very small guideline harvest. And if anyone can get out there, we certainly want them to do so. But we understand there's not an awful lot to earn. So the motion is to adopt the recommended fee from $600 down to $75. And we can call the question. Jennifer, you're
muted
muted.
still, Jennifer.
I apologize. So on the motion to reduce the fee for the 2026 Prince William Sound herring gillnet fishery, also known as the G34E permit, for reduce that from $600 down to $75. Commissioner Green, how would you vote on that?
I'll vote yes on that.
All right, and that motion passes, and that will end that question.
Okay, our second question is the fee waivers for all of 2025. And Reed, if I could get you to repeat the specific part congruent with 2025's season for me, please.
Yeah, so in 2025, again, there was a low guideline harvest level of 121 tons. When ADF and G announced this fishery, 5 people registered. They made an attempt to fish and they did not catch anything. They were not able to find a biomass of sufficient or marketable size. Therefore, there was no harvest in this fishery for this permit type in 2025.
Okay, and the recommendation was to waive fees from 2025 for all herring permit owners in that particular G34E fishery. Is that correct?
Yeah, for both the G34E fishery and the G01E fishery. So both of the sacro fisheries, there was no sacro harvest. There was some pound harvest, so open pound harvest where they harvested eggs spawning on kelp or some other substrate.
Right, and I think it is congruent with actions formerly of the commission for the last 3 years since 1998 to go ahead and waive these fees. So the question in front of us today will be a motion to waive the fees for all 2025 herring permit holders in the mentioned fisheries, including G34E. And what was the other one again, Reed?
G01E, the same fishery.
G01E. So that will be the question. Do we waive the fees for 2025? And those were already reduced to 75, if I'm not mistaken, Jennifer.
That is correct. Those were
Right.
reduced down to $75 last February.
Okay, so then the question again we'll call is, do we waive the fees for 2025 herring permit holders that in the fisheries we mentioned?
Okay. On that motion, Commissioner Green, how would you vote?
I vote yes to waive those fees.
Okay. All right. That motion is passed. And I believe that that is everything that we had on the agenda for today. So if there is nothing else to discuss, would you like to make and vote on your own motion to adjourn the meeting?
Yes, this has been very entertaining talking to myself, but we'll get to do this for a while, and I appreciate everyone bearing with it. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right. On the motion to adjourn, do you how do you vote on your own motion?
I vote yes on my motion, and thank you, everybody, including staff.
All right. Thank you very much. Everyone have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Reed.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
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 Thank you.